Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Miss Elaine's Read Along. I am your host, Miss Elaine, and I am so excited to be with you for another Saturday. It's 11 o'clock Central Time, and it is time for another wonderful story. Well, it's the third Saturday, and it's one of my favorite times to present to you a brand new author. That's right, it is a new author Saturday. Yay! Woo! And as you know, we get to present to you a brand new author, one who has not written a book before, and hopefully this is the first of many. And it's just a pleasure and a joy to be able to do that today. All right, but before we get to our new book, we want to know who is visiting with us today. You guys can go ahead and put it in the chat throughout the book if you'd like. But we'd like to say good morning to everyone. Of course, good morning to our read along crew. Thank you so much for joining us every single week. And if you're watching the replay, hello to you too. Thanks so much to our faithful members. We really, really appreciate you. All right, you guys, we have an exciting book today. So today we are reading Dr. Rosie Helps the Animals. Yes, this is written by Jennifer Welborn and it is illustrated by Rozillia MH. And this is an interesting duo because they actually have worked together before. And so they have an interesting team. Yes, not many of our other authors slash illustrators have actually worked with each other before collaborating on a project. So this one should be really, really good. Let's see who is here. Miss Carolyn. Good morning. Good morning. So good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and we love chatting with you while we're reading along. All right. Who else is joining us this morning? Don't forget to say hello and possibly tell us where you are reading this morning. It's pretty cool out here in the Chicagoland area. Winter has arrived, but we are bundling up. It's so much fun to wear the cool scarves and the hats, and of course, the gloves. I said I wasn't going to purchase any more gloves this year, but I just can't help it. I love the big furry mittens. I love the cool looking gloves. I had to just buy another pair. So who else is joining us? Miss Shanika, good morning. And are you cold? Brr, she says. And she's joining us from Chi-Town. So you know you're experiencing the 19-degree weather as well. But don't you worry because it is going to warm up next week. I think we're going to have a heat wave. Who is this joining us? It is the Snodgrass crew. Good morning, Dallas and Dayton. Good morning, ladies. How are you? It is so good to see you this morning. I know you ladies are working hard because I check in with you and I am so very proud of you. So keep going. Keep pushing. Thanksgiving is here. You guys are going to get a break. And then after that, it's time to get on the treadmill again of learning. Let's see, Shanika says, yes, a heat wave is going to be 30 degrees, and we are going to appreciate that. Absolutely, absolutely. My girls say, hey. All right. I think you all are going to really enjoy this book. We are reading Dr. Rosie Helps the Animals. And Miss Blackwell is joining us from Richmond, Virginia. Is it warm there? Or are you guys experiencing a cold snap as well? Miss Blackwell, it's so good to see you. Are you viewing with your precious little one this morning? Hello, hello. All right. So, Dr. Rosie, she's helping the animals. Do you guys know what kind of doctor helps animals? Do you all know? What is that type of doctor called? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a V. What do you think? Who can tell us what kind of doctor helps animals? What do we call that kind of doctor? Tell somebody in your house. Tell them in their ear. If you said veterinarian, you are correct. And that's right, I have on my scrubs this morning because I am going to be a veterinarian assistant. That's right. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our book. How many of you all have pets? Sometimes you have to act as a veterinarian assistant to try to figure out what is wrong if your pet gets sick or something like that. And then if it doesn't get better in about another day or so, you have to take him or her to the vet. That's right. Absolutely. You've got to take your doggy or your cat or whatever kind of animal you decide to have. You have to take them to the vet sometimes. So let's read about how Dr. Rosie helps the animals. Enjoy. Let's get into it. Rosie loved to help animals, just like her mom. On days that weren't so busy, Rosie's mom let her watch and ask questions. And Rosie had a lot of questions. Rosie's mom always looked carefully to see what was wrong. Oh, it looks like this poor puppy has a laceration on his ear, Mom told Rosie. Well, that means he has a small cut. Good morning, Angela. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Are you watching with the little one this morning? Hello to your precious little one. As Rosie watched, her mom washed the cut and then got a jar of honey. Did you know that honey has healing properties? Why are you giving the puppy honey? Rosie asked. Well, this special honey kills germs, her mom explained. Remember when I gave you tea with honey for your sore throat? Rosie nodded. The honey had made her throat feel better. Now what are you doing? Rosie asked. Well, I'm checking to make sure everything else is okay. So she's giving him a once over. Do you have to use this cactus on a puppy? Rosie asked, eyeing a plant in the corner of the room. Mom smiled. It's not a cactus. It's an aloe plant. The liquid inside the leaves help the skin feel better. How many of you all have an aloe plant at home? I know I do. And it does help my skin feel better too. Rosie looked around some more. Now, what's that hat for? I told you, she had a lot of questions. It's called a compress, Mom explained. If you put ice inside, it can help bring down swelling. But if you put hot water inside, it can help with pain. Sometimes people use natural treatments such as honey, aloe, ice, and heat to help animals feel better. Mom took the compress and put it on Rosie's head so she could see what it felt like. Rosie giggled. She still thought it looked like a silly hat. Have you ever bumped your head before? What did your mom or dad do for you? I've bumped my head plenty of times, and I've had to put an ice pack on my head, and it made it feel better. It helped the lump go down. After watching her mom, Rosie felt confident enough to help real live animals. Hi, Rabbit. Why are you scratching your ears? Do they hurt? Rosie could not imagine having an earache with ears that big. Rosie lifted one ear and peered inside. They looked very red. Rosie remembered how the liquid from an aloe plant can help skin feel better. So she put some in the rabbit's ears, then rubbed them a bit. There you go, Rabbit. You'll feel better in no time. Behind her, Rosie heard a grunt. She turned and saw a pig. Oh, poor pig. Look at your big tummy. Did you eat too much? Now, Thanksgiving is coming up. Are we going to be like that pig and eat too much too? I might be. Lie down and rest, and no more snacking. Rosie kissed the pig's tummy. Kisses always help. Kisses. Now that can be part of a natural remedy. What do you think? When you're not feeling well and your mom or dad comes in and gives you a hug and a kiss, doesn't that help? I think so too. Dr. Rosie might be on to something. Feeling good about the small animals she'd help, Rosie set off to find some bigger animals. Soon, she spied a group of giraffes. They were all eating but one. Poor giraffe. Why aren't you eating? Rosie asked. Rosie thought for a minute. Sometimes when her throat hurt, she didn't like to eat either. She wondered if that might be the giraffe's problem. What do you think? You see the giraffe? He has a long throat. Rosie wanted to take a look, but the giraffe was really tall. Oh my, Rosie said when she got a look inside the giraffe's throat. You do have a very long and very sore throat. Rosie remembered how tea and honey had helped her when her throat was sore. Here, try this, she said as she gave the giraffe water with honey in it. When you have a sore throat, what do you do to soothe it? Let's see. Rosie climbed down and set off to find other big animals. Suddenly, she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned around to see an animal panting. Why are you breathing like that? Rosie asked. Is your trunk stuffed? Oh no, a stuffed trunk. Rosie thought it must be awful to have a stuffy nose that big. She thought. Now, when my nose is stuffed, Mom puts salt water in it. Have you all heard of a saline solution? Well, saline is salt. So what do you think she's going to do? Let's read on to find out. By the time Rosie finished with the elephant, She was hot and thirsty, so she decided to look for water. Oh, she's been a busy Dr. Rosie, huh? As she was driving, she came upon some ostriches running really fast. All of them, well, except for one. Rosie slowed down to get a closer look and saw that the ostrich was limping. He had skinned his knee. Oh, silly ostrich. Did you fall while you were running? Have you ever seen an ostrich run before? Super duper fast. Rosie put a dollop of honey on the knee and an ostrich-sized band-aid on top. A bandage always helps. Now, try to slow down, okay? Rosie tried to pat the ostrich on the back, but her hand got lost in the fluffy feathers. Beautiful animal. Uh-oh. Now, Rosie is a brave young girl. Look what animal she came to next. Finally, Rosie reached a stream. As she bent down to get some water, she spotted a baby crocodile. It was drooling, and its mouth looked swollen. A baby drooling, swollen? What do you think is wrong with the crocodile? Rosie wondered if the crocodile might be getting more teeth, even though it already had so many. Ever so carefully, she pried open his mouth. Poor guy, your new teeth are making your gums sore. Rosie remembered that when her baby brother was teething, her mom had given him something cold to chew on. Then she had rubbed his gums. Is Dr. Rosie going to rub his gums? Rosie didn't have anything cold with her, so she carefully rubbed its gums with her finger. Oh, this young girl is so brave. Now, do we recommend you rubbing the gums of a crocodile? Not exactly. We're going to leave that to brave Dr. Rosie and the experts. Rosie finished with the crocodile and took a sip of water, but she was still hot. So she decided to take a dip in the ocean. As she swam, she came upon an octopus holding his head with all of its arms. All of its arms? Well, how many arms does an octopus have? Do you know? Put it in the chat. Rosie wondered what the octopus was hiding. She bravely peeled two of the arms away and saw what was wrong. Now I see. You have a big bump on your head. Did you bump it in your den? Rosie remembered the silly hat that her mom had put on her head. Do you remember the name of it? Starts with a C. A compress. Maybe it could help with the swollen bump. So she gently put it on the octopus's head and held it in place. That's right, Carolyn. An octopus has 8 arms. So the octopus bumped his head. Poor guy. Looking up, Rosie saw a spotted beluga whale watching her curiously. She had never heard of a spotted beluga, and she'd always wanted to touch a beluga's soft skin. So she swam closer. Suddenly, Rosie realized that the spots were not spots at all, but patches of rashes. Wow, did you know whales can get a rash? Rosie remembered having a rash once, and it had been itchy, and she had been miserable. So, do you think the whale is miserable too? Probably. So, what do you think she's going to put on the rash? That's a skin ailment. Hmm. Should we put ice on that? Should we put honey? But then she remembered how aloe liquid had helped with the rabbit's ears when it hurt. Maybe aloe could help with an itchy rash as well. So she gently rubbed a piece of aloe leaf on a rash patch. Soon, the beluga whale began to feel better. She broke open the aloe leaf and put the aloe liquid from inside. She put it on the beluga whale's rash. Rosie swam to the surface of the water. It was time to go home. It was late and she was hungry. Do you think she's going to have a second breakfast? Possibly. As she surfaced, she noticed an iceberg floating by. Where is Rosie? Wow, she's having quite an adventure. She quickly climbed on, hoping the iceberg would float her back home. But there were two other travelers on the iceberg. Who were they? One was a shivering polar bear. A shivering polar bear. And the other was a snowy owl. Where could she be? A polar bear and a snowy owl. Is she on the north side of Chicago? In the middle of the winter? Rosie found it strange that a polar bear with its thick, warm coat could be shivering. But she recalled that she had been both hot and shivering at the same time when she had a fever. Polar bear, I think you just might have a fever. Rosie knew that there was only one way to tell. She had to take the bear's temperature. Have you ever had your temperature taken? Yes, you do. So lie down and get some rest. And make sure that you drink plenty of water. Whoa, she is quite the caregiver. Next to her, the owl let out a big sneeze. Huh? 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 Achoo! Rosie saw that its eyes were red and swollen. Oh, well, that's how I look when I pet a cat, Rosie thought. Maybe the owl has allergies, like me. Rosie noticed that the owl was awfully close to the polar bear. Maybe it was allergic to the polar bear. Rosie carefully opened the owl's eyelids and put some salt drops inside. Then she got the hat and put it under her parka to warm it up. When it felt nice and warm, she gently placed it over the owl's eyes. Since the owls were used to the darkness, it didn't seem to mind. Then she gave the owl a big hug. It's a special day when you can hug an owl, she thought. Have you ever hugged an owl before? Neither have I. But I suppose if you become a veterinarian, you just might get the chance. Rosie! Rosie! Rosie jumped, startled by the noise. Time to get up, Rosie. Looks like you had a good nap. I guess you were tired, huh? Rosie rubbed her eyes. She had fallen asleep in her mom's exam room. Oh my. So Rosie had a really vivid dream. Susan, you said you've never hugged an owl before? Well, Susan, you have to get with it now. We're out here hugging owls. So let me know at your next adventure, possibly in Africa, the next time you hug an owl, okay? All right. Now that you've rested, I thought that you might like to come with me. I just got a call about a sick polar bear on an iceberg who needs our help. Do you think Rosie's gonna go? How cool is that? The end. Now, this book was inspired by a real baby giraffe with a neck bandage who was successfully treated at a veterinarian medical center. Several of the animal symptoms, diagnoses, and natural treatments in this book were informed by real life veterinarians. And one of the veterinarians helped rare and unusual animals and has actually traveled to see the patients by motorcycle, ATV, and helicopter, but not by scuba, at least not yet. Manuka honey, saline solution, or salt water, aloe, warm compresses, and ice are natural ways to help animals and help them feel more comfortable. Now, this is important. Consult a licensed veterinarian before using any of the natural remedies listed in this book. All right. I hope you all enjoyed Dr. Rosie Helps the Animals by Jennifer Welborn and Rozillia M.H. This was such a cute book, and I enjoyed it as well. My daughter is interested in helping animals, and I thought of her when I first read this book. She's so attentive to the animals, and she does a great job in caring for them. And it's been a love of hers for many, many years. If you have a young one in your home or in mind who really loves to work with animals and would love to read this book, you would love to share with them this book. The holiday season is coming up. Go to my website or go to my page and grab this book for them. Absolutely. Grab this book for them. I have one copy for one of my listeners to be able to give one copy away. If you head to my inbox, just let me know that you would like that copy. The first person to do so, I would like to gift that to you on behalf of the author, Jennifer Welborn. So please, please, please make sure you do that right away today so that I can get that out to the mail to you in time for the holiday season. All right, so I will be giving more information as to how you can contact Jennifer Welborn and how you can get a copy of your own. This was such a wonderful book. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will spread the news because here we love to support our brand new authors. So thank you so much, Miss Jennifer, for sharing your talent with us. We wish you the absolute best. I know you have been traveling with your book across the country, and I just wish you more and more and more success with it. All right, everyone. Wow, we had a full house this morning. Thank you so much for joining us from the East Coast to the West Coast and everything in between. You all know that it is time for my second breakfast. And actually, this weekend is going to be just really, really busy because we are celebrating Engineer Evan's birthday. Yes, my engineer Evan is getting old. And so we're going to celebrate him. Absolutely, absolutely. So his mom is running crazy this morning, but always have time to take out and read to my friends or read with my friends. So I appreciate you. I realize that you could have been anywhere doing your Christmas shopping, out grocery shopping for Thanksgiving coming up. Um, and you decided to be here with me. And I don't take that lightly at all. So I appreciate your continued support. Let me know if there's a book that you would like to see here on this show. Next week, we're going to be here at the same time, same place, because I'm going to be resting on Thanksgiving and thinking about you all and what book we can read next. All right? I won't be cooking. I'll just be partaking and cleaning. I'll do what I do best. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, Susan, for this um, greeting for Evan. I'll make sure that he gets it. He is giving a speech in the city right now, so we want to wish him well. Evan, I know you're going to do. I know you're going to do dynamic. He has one more speech to give this afternoon, so we are missing you today, Evan. But you're growing up and moving on out of here. So that such is life. Such is life. All right, everyone. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you, Angie. We we accept that. All right. Okay, everyone. We're going to get ready to head on out of here. But I do want to encourage all of my read along crew to continue to read. I am so very proud of you. And please make sure you just keep bringing the stories. Let your parents let me know what's going on with you. What are you reading now? And what are you reading next? And let me know how I can aid in that. All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Whatever it is that you decide to do today, please be careful. Keep reading. I love you and have a great day. Let's see. Let's see if I can close this out myself now. No? Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon. I am Miss Elaine. This has been Miss Elaine's Read Along. And let's see. Yes. This has been Miss Elaine's Read Along. I am Miss Elaine. Everything that I was not able to put up, I'm going to put that up now. All right. I'm signing off. You guys take care. Bye-bye.